All right, hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we got something a little bit different. We're doing a tutorial, but we're doing a tutorial with a customer. So we have Kim today, who's a DIY enthusiast. We've been doing some work for her, or she's always wanted to learn how to plaster or to skim, as we call it. So people are always asking about this, how difficult it is. It can be difficult, but it definitely can be learned by anyone, especially someone who has some sort of basic DIY skills. So we did do some plastering in here. Kenneth actually did the plastering. I told him to leave one wall bare, which was this wall here. So I was going to use that opportunity to see if I can teach her to skim this wall and see if she can do it. And at least to make it, good enough to paint. She's been doing all the painting in the house. We did some rooms for her and she's been doing all the painting. She's done a great job. So this is going to be her wall today. Okay, so you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah? All right. So first thing we're going to do is we need to prep this wall. So these walls you took the wallpaper off. You took the wallpaper off, right? Right. So these walls are like sort of old, really chalky sort of walls and stuff. If you try to just skim straight on this, it's just going to suck all the water in, and the plaster is going to go dry within 2-3 minutes. It's just going to go hard, and you're not going to have enough time to smooth it out and stuff. So we have to treat this with a sealer, which we're going to use SBR. You can use SBR, you can use PVA. SBR, I feel, is a better product, a little bit more expensive, but it's a better product than PVA. So we're going to use that today. So first thing we do is we're going to give it a coat. You can give it, I did give it 2 coats, but with plastering in heavy form, we've done 1 coat and it's been fine. So we're going to go with 1 coat of it. And then we're going to let it go till it's sort of almost dry, sort of start tacky. And then we're going to start with the first coat of plaster. We're going to do 2 coats. I'm going to show you how to apply it. I'm going to show you how to flatten it and the timings of when to flatten it, and then when to do the second coat, and then when to polish it and all that stuff. Yeah? We're going to do the SBR first, and then we'll come back to plastering.
Okay.
This is the product that we're using. You can see it's called SBR. And you can use it for a lot of different things. You can add it to cement mixes to help it to be more flexible. You can add it to plaster, in fact. But mainly we use it, as it says here in the front, to reduce cracks and surface dust. So that's the main reason we're using it for. Because obviously if you try to sort of do certain things on dusty surfaces, it usually doesn't help to make it stick and bond properly. So this is what we're going to be using it for. We're not going to add any water to this. We're just going to add it in like this into a roller and a brush and just apply it, roll it on, and then we're going to let it set. Okay. Press it down. Press it down hard. There you go. See? Child lock.
Okay, so just fill it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, that should be enough for now. And if you need more, then just put some more in there.
And do I do the edges first?
Just like painting, you can do. It's up to you. It doesn't matter. Edges first, rolling. It's up to you.
Okay.
But it's quite watery, so bear that in mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you want to dunk it in, soak it up, yeah, and then roll the excess out, yeah.
And then just normal?
Just normal rolling like you're painting the wall.
That's it?
Yeah, and that's it. And just spread it out. You just want it to sort of spread. It spreads out quite easily. Yeah. You see, I thought it's quite watery. It's quite watery.
Do I need to clean up as I go?
Yeah. Well, once you've done a roll out, you just get a sponge and wipe it off. But yeah, you can get quite a lot out of it. It spreads quite far. Basically.
Do I need to focus on the cracks?
Not really, no, that's fine. Just spread it out.
Oh, yeah, this is messy. Oh, okay.
You see how far you can get out of that?
Yeah.
It's quite watery. It's like milk almost.
It's very, very watery. I'm kind of afraid to rub it
Like too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to press it too hard.
Am I doing okay?
You're doing all right. You're doing all right. You're a long way to go, don't worry. You just started.
Okay, fine. At least I'm doing good.
So the other thing is you have to take into consideration is the weather. Like now the temperature is really hot.
Oops.
So when it's hot, things are gonna dry quicker. So I think
Should we
the
close
best
the door?
we do a second. No, keep the doors open. Definitely keep doors open. Keep windows open. You want sort of cool air circulating through the house. Definitely don't want to keep the doors closed or the windows closed. Right, so this is the product that we're going to be using. This is the most common type of plaster that we use here in the UK. And this is what we'll be using for 99.9% of things you'll be doing around home. So this is called multi-finish. So this is like a thin skim. If you've got like the type of walls we've got, you're taking wallpaper off, you've got sort of rough walls. This is like a fine coat that you can put on there, okay? It's called multi-finish because you can use it to finish multiple types of backgrounds, okay? From plasterboard to old walls like we've got now, you know? If you need to do thicker things where you've got like big chunks of plaster come off the wall and you can see the brick and stuff like that, then you need to use something like hardwall or bonding to fill up. It's like an undercoat, fill up the thick areas, and then you use this final to do the whole wall and to fill it out, yeah? So you can see here it says it's a 2-coat system. You need to do 2 coats on there. 1 coat, you're gonna struggle at getting a decent job. Also, it tells you on here approximately how long it takes. So I'll give yourself about 2 hours to do, you know, a wall or whatever area it is that you're working on. The next thing that's important is how many meters squared you get out of a bag. So that's what I'm trying to explain right now. Let's say you've got a wall or you've got a room to skim and you want to find out how much plaster do I need to buy? How many bags do I need to buy? Because the last thing you want to do is not buy enough in the middle of plastering and you have to go run to the shop to get more and you've got like 20 minutes to get it done and it's going to go hard on you by the time you get back. This says it does 10 meters squared per bag. We can do some estimates. So I've already worked out this wall measurements that it's 2.4 meters high, which is quite typical for the height of walls here in London. And it's 2.6 meters in width. So multiply 2.4 by 2.6 will give you 6.2 square meters, okay? So obviously a bag will do 10, and we've got 6 to do for 1 coat. So we need to do 2 coats, so you're talking like 12. Now, we could probably get away with 1 bag on this, to be honest, because it's quite close. So I think we'll go for 1 bag to do this whole wall. Now we're going to be doing it in two coats. Yeah. So we're going to do half a bag on the first coat, and we're going to do half a bag on the second coat.
Okay.
So we're going to do half bag, first coat, we'll mix 1.5 a bag, and then when we're ready for the second coat, we'll do 2. Now, sometimes when you get sort of better at it and quicker and stuff like that, you can mix the whole bag in one go, and you could do 1 coat, and you could get away with doing the second coat, but also it depends on how quick it's going to go off. There are products that you can use that can slow down the drying time.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get these little sachets that you add. So usually it's one sachet will do a whole bag. So you could put, we call it extra time. So it essentially gives you sort of like, may give you 50% extra time. So you'd add 1 sachet of that, and then you could just mix the whole batch in one go and do 1, and then come back in 20 minutes and do the second coat, use the same one. Yeah, so that might help with things like that. How do we mix multi-finish? So all you need to add is water. It needs to be cold water. Definitely don't use hot water. If you use hot water, it's going to increase the reaction of it, and it's going to go off like a rock real quick. So make sure the water's and clean, no dirty water. Any water that's dirty, like when you're mixing plaster and you're using dirty brown water, if you use dirty water, the reaction time is going to like cut in half. It's just going to go hard real quick. I can't tell you. Well, I mean, there's some chemical reactions in it, but once it's dirty, it contaminated, it just causes it to set quickly.
Okay.
So it needs to be clean. So make sure your bucket is a decent clean bucket, and make sure water's clean. According to the instructions, it says 25 kilograms of plaster, which is one bag. The bags are all 25 kilograms. 25 kilograms to 11.5 liters of water. So we're obviously going to half the bag. So we're going to go at 5.5 to 6 liters of water. Yeah. So on these buckets, this is a builder's bucket. Most buckets, like these building buckets, and this is why I picked up a new one, because most of mine, they're all scratched up and they're hard to read. But if you look inside the bucket here, most of them give you a gauge. Yeah, so you've got gallons here and then you've got liters. So this one goes up to, I can't really see, right? 14 liters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got, I think we've got 6, 8, we've got 4, 6, 8, 10. So we probably go for 6, put 6 in clean water. And then what we do is we add the water first. We're gonna mix in the big yellow bucket. So we add that water into it, and then we add the plaster to it.
Should I add water?
Yeah, so let's get 6 liters of water in this. Yeah. Right, so we're ready to mix. We got our water, we got a bucket. There's different types of buckets. There's what they call a plastering bucket, which is like a tall, narrow bucket. Guys, you might see it when you go to a builder's merchant. Some people, plasters use this, some use this. I prefer these ones. I used to use the other ones, but I prefer these now. And I just like using these ones. So you need something like around this size. I think this is a 40-liter bucket. This is a good size to sort of do like, you could do like 2 bags in this in one go. Do you know what I mean? But it's just a good size. So for mixing, there's a couple of tools we need. One is this. We call it a gauging trowel or bucket trowel, some people call it. So we use this to scoop stuff out of the bucket.
I've seen that.
And for mixing stuff, yeah. So you really need one of these, especially when you're trying to get it out. This is going to be helpful. So you can get one of these. I always have that if you're going to be plastering. For mixing, now there's 2 different ways you can do it. Again, this is obviously, I understand a lot of people are going to be DIY. They might not have a paddle mixer or might not want to invest in one. You can use sort of these. It's like you just can get a paddle. This paddle is designed to go in a drill, normal, like a cordless drill or a small drill at home. So most people might have a little cordless drill. You could just buy one of these. They're probably like 10, 15 pound, and you can just attach it onto your drill and use that to whisk and so on. Now, only thing to be careful with these, if you're using certain types of drills, sometimes if they haven't got, especially if they haven't got different speeds and stuff, you want to put it on a slow speed. You don't want it on a fast speed, like a fast drill, because if you do, it's just going to splatter everywhere. It's like a whisk, basically. It's going to go mad. So you want to have it on a slow speed if you're going to use one of these. Ideally, these you can see this is obviously a bit bigger. It will whisk faster, it will whisk more, it will whisk better. You want to get something like a paddle mixer like this. They kind of range from probably sort of like £80 for a sort of small one like this, and up to whatever. But this is one of the smaller ones that we have. We're going to be using this. It's a lot lighter to use than our big heavy one. So use one of these. What we're going to do is add this water in. That's our 5.5, 6 liters. Just pour all that in there. All right. And then we're basically going to do half a bucket of the plaster in here, yeah? So I'll show you how you do this. There's different ways, but how we're going to do it is just stand it up, shake it a bit to drop it down a little bit, and it's easier so when you open it, it doesn't come spilling out. So you get a little bit of, like a crisp packet, where you get all the air at the top. Okay. So just do it like this, right? I'll just show you. You just rip this off the top. This is the messy, dusty bit. I'm gonna open it all the way out. It's easier to pour it that way. Yeah, remember it is 25 kilograms, so it's not too light. And what you will do is, easiest way to get half out is to kind of grab it roughly by the middle, if you can. Okay. And you want to kind of lift it and sort of dump half of it. Okay. Think you can do that?
Yeah, shall I try?
Yeah, try it. All right, go for it. Come more on that side over there, so we can see. But you probably want to stand up. You want to stand up. You want to hold it like, you want to hold it. You want to kind of hold it there, or get your hand under it and lift up. Yeah, you want to go for it? Yes.
Okay,
You
so
can
I'm doing
manage?
half, so this.
Yeah, you want to get half. You want to try and lift it up. Yeah, hug it and lift it. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
I just poured
Can you
it.
manage it? Yeah, so try and, yeah, there you go. Take your time. Don't have to dump it all in one go, but just bit by bit. Yeah. Yeah, a bit more. Yeah, now it gets too dusty. That's it. And you want to try and gauge about half of it. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, so if you squeeze it in the middle there, like that, then everything else... You're struggling, yeah? All right, so you might want to get your friend to help with this one, yeah? There you go. You want to get about half of that out.
Yeah, that's hot. Is
There
that
you go.
hot?
Yeah, that's about right, isn't it?
Good.
Yeah. And ideally have a dust mask because it's quite dusty. Yeah, so that's about half. Yeah? So you see how it's all bubbling inside? That's the chemical reaction starting already. Yeah? They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. So what you want to do sometimes is, so you see it's sort of bubbling. What you can do is you can give it a little bit of a spread out, you know? You can give it a little mix like that by hand, just gently.
Do you want me to mix it?
Yeah, you go for it. Yeah, just a little bit, yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. So then,
That's
and there, you can stop now. So we're gonna do
How
this.
do I spread this?
You can use your trowel and just scrape that all in there like that. Yeah. You want to keep your tools clean. Now also what you want to do as well is, which we have another bucket with water, you want to have another bucket nearby with water in it for cleaning stuff. So you want to clean as you go in. So you just dip it in the water, use your brush, use the same brush, clean it up. And when you, especially when you use the whisk, when you finish the whisk, just whisk it in the water, clean up. And you want to whisk this?
Yes.
Go for it. You've been waiting for this bit, innit?
Yes.
All right. So it should be a button on the right, I think, on this one.
This one?
That's it. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, just keep going. Yep. Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right, so that's your first mix. You just wanna, just bring it all in, yeah? So you want it that sort of nice, creamy sort of mayonnaise. That's sort of the consistency that you're looking for. Yeah, not too hard, not too sloppy. You see, you want it so that it's sort of like not too stiff when you move it. It has some sort of movement to it. If you just pull it and it just stays exactly there, but you can see it's got some sort of movement in it and it's holding its shape as well. Yeah, that's what you sort of want it to be, yeah? If you make it too wet, when you try to put it on the wall, it's just gonna just drop everywhere, make a mess. If it's too hard, you're not gonna be able to flatten it out and get even. And also it's gonna go off on it too quickly, yeah? So this is perfect. Right, so this is what we're gonna use in hawk and trowel, yeah? This is what hawk, some people argue whatever they call it, but most people call it hawk here in the UK. This is what we call trowel. So this is what we use to carry our plaster on and to take it off. And this is what we use to apply it onto the wall, yeah? Steel trowel usually is what we use, okay? Now, what I would say is, if out of anything you're gonna spend any money on, if you're gonna plaster, especially if you know you're gonna do a fair bit of plastering, invest in the best one you can afford. Because false economy to get a cheap one, because it will make life hell and it will make your finish come out worse. So you want to get a decent trowel. You're going to spend at least maybe £40. Okay. Like anything that's like 10, 15 pounds, don't even bother with it. It's just no good. So get a decent one. So what we do is take a little brush and just dampen it. Yeah, dampen it like that. Same thing with your trowel. Just dampen it like that. And what you also can do is you can put a little bit of plaster, just a little bit, and prime your board with it. Yeah, just a little bit like this, and just prime your board. All right, it will help now as you're plastering for the plaster to stick to it. Yeah, just prime it like that. Okay? So you want to do. So I'm going to start off now. This is another debate. Where you start. If you're typically most right-handed people will start from the right and go to the left.
Right to the left.
From the left to the right. sorry, do that again. Some people go from left to right. Some people plaster right to left. It really is how you feel comfortable. There are benefits to both ways, but if you're plastering, the end result is what matters. If your plastering comes out better, if you go from top and then you do the bottom, or if you do the bottom and you do the top, just go with whatever works and whatever you can move quicker and what feels more natural to your movements. Okay, so we're just gonna start from, we're gonna do left to right. We're gonna try that. You're right-handed? Right, okay. So I'm gonna be doing the top because you're not gonna reach the ladder's too short for you. So I'll do the top. So we're gonna focus on sort of the bottom and the middle and go bottom and middle across.
Yeah.
And then I'll come back after and I'll do the top quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. So how we're gonna start is we're gonna start from sort of the bottom, and we're gonna work up and pull it in that way. Yeah.
Bottom up, pull.
And pull to. We're going that way and that way and that way. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Right. And then I'll show you as well how to close in the edges and the bottoms and stuff. I'm just gonna show you. Okay. Now, when you're starting off, you're learning. Don't want to put too much on trial at one time. When you're more experienced, you can take a lot at one time. If you take too much, half of it's going to end up on the floor, right? So it's better to do small bits until you're comfortable, right? So you can see I've just taken a small half trowel. Usually I'll have 2 full trowels on there, but I just have a half one, right? I'm just going to practice of getting this on from that onto here, like this, okay? So you want to practice, that's what you want to practice, right? So you have it on there, and you want to practice how to get it onto here without it splattering everywhere, okay? So I'm just going to do this, then I'm going to show you, and you're going to try and do this, all right? So I'm just going to do some small bits, and we're going to start here, and go up. So this is how I'm going to want you to do it, very small bits, like this for now, okay? Just small bits, and all we're doing for the first coat is just getting it on. We're not worried about getting it smooth. We're not worried about getting it level. We just want to get it onto the wall, the first coat. Everything else is easier after that. All right. So
why didn't you do the end first?
So this is just the technique I'm showing you. We're gonna be going up and so, but then I kind of start close to the edge, and I'm gonna bring this up to the height that we're gonna be stopping. And then I'm gonna come in and do the little bits. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do this area and that little bit, then you're gonna carry on and do the rest. Yeah, so I'm just doing, but again, I'm just doing it small bits. Yeah, because that's how I'm gonna want you to do it. So I'm going, and I'll show you a few ways to apply it. So now I'm gonna work from here and then come out. Yeah. I'm going to work from here, and I'm going to come out. Alright. So after I do this little bit, and you're going to go, and then you'll close the right hand side, the opposite of what I'm doing. You'll do it from that side. Okay. Yeah? So let's see. So as I said, your first coat is more about getting it on speed-wise. The second coat, you have a bit more time to work because you're going over plaster that's already wet. The second coat won't dry as quick. Yeah, the first coat onto the dry wall is going to dry the fastest. So you don't want to spend too much time trying to perfect it, and you haven't got halfway through the wall yet, and your plaster wants to start setting on you, you know? Okay. All right? So you just want to get it roughly half decent. And stop there, like that, yeah? And hold this, you're going to hold it like this, yeah? Okay? And you're going to be using your wrists. Okay. And we're going to be going up motion, yeah? So you practice it without any plaster on it. Yeah, right. So what we're gonna do is our angle. The more you do it that way, the less plaster you'll get on the wall.
Oh.
The more you do it that way, the more plaster you'll get on. So you're gonna have to find the sweet spot of where you want it between this angle and that angle. Okay? But you'll feel it as you're doing it. Okay? And you'll feel how much pressure to push on it. Right? Okay. If you put it too much like this and you do that, you're just gonna scrape it all off.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, but you're gonna get the feel of it. So for starting off, start with not pressing it too hard, and then you'll feel I need to press it a bit harder, and then you'll get the feel of it. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna show you is how to put the hawk on and off. Let me show you again. So we're gonna take a little bit onto here, right? So take a little bit like that. Right? Give it a little shake. It'll stick.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. So the main thing you want is just not plaster dropping everywhere. Okay. So this time you want to really scrape it off. So you're gonna put the hawk on tight to the board, turn the board up like that, and pull it off, and keep it like that. That's what you want to do. Yeah. There you go. Just put it in the middle for you again. All right. There you go. So let's try that. So now you're getting the technique. We're gonna move quick now. So I want you to just put it on, move it up. Next one, keep going. We need to get to here before we dry, and I need to do the top bit for you as well. Okay. So I'm gonna put it on for you onto the hawk. So you're just gonna be applying it. Yeah. Okay. So you stand on this side, and I'm just gonna load you up, and you're just gonna keep applying it. Yeah. That's it. There you go. Remember, bring your board back. That's it. There you go. That's it. And just pull it up. That's it. Give it a little bit harder. That's it. There you go. And then just go up. Continue going up. Now take all of that. Take all of that. Yeah, you can take all of that. You want to take all of that on there. That's it. And try that by the time you've moved your hawk all the way up, you got all of it off your trowel. That's what you want. Yeah. So what you do is, let me show you. What you do is, if you've got any bits on there, just take it off, and then take it again. Yeah, and then use it wherever you need to use it. Yeah. Okay. That's what you want to do. Boom, like that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But the amount that I'm giving you, I think you can take that all in one go.
All in one
go?
go?
Take it all in. And take it if, you notice how I'm giving it to you, in a long way. You want it to go wide on the trowel. So when you spread it, you're spreading a wide area. Oh, okay. You see what I mean? Oh, okay. So yeah, there you go. That's it. So you want it to get a wide bit in one go. You see? That's how you're going to get on quicker. Oh. Right. There you go. That's it. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Just keep going. Yeah. Don't worry about the little bits that you've missed. Little bits. Yeah, that's it. So just do the top bit here, or that bit here. That's it. There you go. That's it. So clean it off. Oh, yes. Right, now use that and go over any other little bits, like these areas here. So you want to try and get a line across, yeah? That's it. So bring your trowel to your angle. Bring it, scrape it a little bit more. It's a bit too flat, just a bit too flat. It's too flat? It's a bit too flat. Yeah, that's better. Okay. That's better. Yeah, that's it. All right. Okay. Let's go. I'm giving you more now. Go on. You can take all of that. You can take all of it. You can take that and bring that all the way up here. And try and see if you can get it even, that you use all of it by the time you get to the top. That's what you're looking for. There you go. See? That's what you're looking for. So that amount you put in there can get you from there. But look, I'm getting all up to it. Just go over it again. Oh, scrape it first. Yeah, and then just go over it again. Yeah, go the whole thing again. Yeah. There you go. That's fine. And your first coat can go on. It can go on thicker anyway. So don't worry about if it's a bit thick and stuff. We're gonna flatten it out in a bit anyway. But we want the first coat to be a bit more thick, so you don't want to make it too thin, you know? So down a bit thick there. Just spread that out a bit more and even it out. And bring your angle back a bit. There you go.
This way?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. So you got to use some energy. There you go, that's better. Your forearms is gonna get a workout.
Yes, I feel it.
You're feeling it out, yeah?
Took a little.
Yeah. Try doing a ceiling.
No.
See at the end of the day.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
My work is a lot messier than yours.
That's fine, that's fine. So now what, you scrape that off and then use those bits and go over those little holes. Yeah, that's it. And just fill in those holes, that's it. Here's a little bit, just fill in those little holes and stuff. Spread them up. That's it. Scrape it off, yeah. And go over those holes again. Oops. That's fine, you caught it. Yeah. Don't press it too hard. You're scraping too much off. That's it. There you go. Cool. We're nearly there, actually, at the end.
Yeah.
We're nearly there.
Oh, should I fill this bit then?
No, leave those bits. Just carry on. We want to get to the end of the wall. As I said, first coat doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to flatten out anyway. So go over that bit again now. Press that.
Can I do it this way?
Yes, you can, but carry on this way for now. I'll show you why. I'll show you why for now. Your forearm's hurting.
Oh my gosh, it's taking muscle.
Yeah, it's a good workout. You get used to it. Right.
Okay, just
So give it one more good one there, and then we're probably close to doing the edges now. There you go. Yeah, that's very, very good. You want to get that nice sort of consistent coat. Right, so scrape some off, and then use that to do the little bit you missed at the bottom there. Yeah. That's it. All right. Do the bit at the top now. Let's do that bit. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Try and keep this consistent pressure.
It's a lot more difficult than that.
It's just a feel for it. You get the feel of how the plaster feels and how much pressure to put on it. You know? There you go. That's better. And you want to put some on top of here. Yeah, just cover it. You just want to cover the hole for now. And give it a little bit more. Yeah, all you want to do is just put some over and just cover it. That's all you're worried about, is covering it. Coverage for now, and then, you know, we'll perfect it after. That's it. Right. So now, for this bit, what you can do here, yeah, what you can do, let me show you. You can just do this bit. So again, keep your board clean as well. Sometimes just clear up the board and take all the stuff off. Put it in one place like this, yeah? Yeah. So you want to take a little bit, not a lot, yeah? And just like how you did the bottom, you want to come to the edge like that and pull it this way, yeah? So again, don't spend time trying to make it perfectly flat. Like that, yeah? Push it like that. Just do down there to there. I'm sure we'll have enough to do the top actually, but we'll see. Yeah. So go again. Don't do it too hard. When you do it this way, you're going to find you're going to use more pressure. So you want to use less pressure when you do it this way. You're going to be stronger that way. Okay. That's what I was trying to make you do the other way. So you might find you can start scraping it off. So just don't use as much pressure when you're doing it that way. Yeah. There you go. Go for it. That's better. Yeah. There you go, and pull it out. That's it. That's it. Yeah, just in the corner. That's it. There you go. And you should not pull it up. There you go. Keep going up. before I do the top, I'm just gonna give it a very quick flatten, which is I'm basically going to go the opposite. We were going up. I'm gonna go across.
Okay.
Yeah, just to give it a quick flatten because it is dry. It is drying on us, huh?
I didn't do it level like you.
No, but you have to flatten it. It's never going to be level when you put it on.
Okay.
You have to do lots of flattens. This is the first one.
Okay.
So you go the opposite way, and it will help you. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get lots of waves up and down like that. So you go that way to help to flatten it out. Okay. But because it's drying on us, we got to move quick. So I'm going to do some flattening for you. I should have got some extra time. That's what I should have got. That would have helped to have a bit more time to work with it. So my fault, because it's so hot as well right now. Most of it on there. I'm going to be moving very quickly. So. We may make it. If I get it thin, we might make it.
I think so.
I think so. If we can make it on, it will be good. That was a squeeze. Squeeze, we made it.
Really? Want a bit more?
Yeah, a bit more. Whatever you got. Scrimping, scrimping. We covered it. We covered it. That's it. Well, we covered it. That's the main thing. We get it on, and we covered it. Okay. Right, so I'm gonna give it a quick flat, and then I'm gonna give it to you.
For me?
To give it a quick one so you can get the feel of it. You can go this way to save time walking back and forth, and you can go the other way. You just wanna, but now you'll notice it, I'll show you in a second, how stiff it is, or how much stiffer it is. So you have to really apply pressure on it. You can go that way, and then you'll go that way. Yeah?
And then back again.
And back again. So you're basically going up and down the wall from left to right.
Just, am I looking for
Yeah.
anything?
No, you're just trying to flatten it to get all the ripples out, you know, as best you can. But you just go all the way across. Don't stop. Yeah, it's because down here is going to set off a bit harder. So, and if anybody asks, you know, about this wall when you paint it, just say this is the wall that you did.
I'm gonna tell them you did it.
Really? Maybe like, this is the reminded. This is the wall I did.
I was just helping.
Right, let me just do the top real quick for you.
I mean, when we do the second coat, it will fill the gaps.
Yes, second coat make a big difference. That's why this is a 2-coat system. Trying to do it in 1 coat, it's almost impossible, even for a skilled plasterer, no? Because remember, these old walls, they're already wavy anyway. So your first coat helps to get a lot of the bumpiness out of the wall, and the second coat is to just get the finer bumps out, you know. And just pass it inside. You want to clean off these areas, and you sort of just want to wet the corners like this, yeah. Get there. But also, what you're going to do, I'll show you. You wet the corners like this, and then you take your trowel and you pull it out. Yeah?
Okay.
You see how that's helped to make the corners neater? Yeah? You just you're gonna wet them, and you're gonna pull it out like this. So as well as getting all the little bits, all these bits off, you're also gonna sharpen up the corners. Yeah? There you go. Yeah? That's it. And you can do the same thing along the top of the skirting as well.
Oh, I do that too?
Yeah. So you'll pass your brush on your skirting, and then you'll go up like you were doing when you started. Yeah. That's it. Alright, so this is our first coat. So the sun is hitting in here, so it really is setting quickly on us. And also, I really should have given this a second coat of SPR, mainly because we're doing a tutorial with a little bit of time to work with it. So it is setting off really quickly. You guys can see here, I can sort of do an impression, but it's a little bit harder than I would have liked it to be. But we're going to move on. So I'm actually going to do this lower half this time instead of doing the top half, just for speed, because the lower half is drying the quickest because it took a little bit more time to put on. The top half is a bit smoother and a little bit more wet, so I will let Kim do the top half and I will do the lower half. So this second coat is a bit softer.
Yeah, I was just going to say that was different from the first one.
Yeah, it's softer. It's a finer coat. We want it a bit softer. It's spread a lot. It's a little bit more. It's a little bit finer, thinner. Spreads a lot further as well. Okay, probably a little bit thick. Thin for you, but by the time we've done that, it will firm up a little bit. Okay. But it's I just am trying to get this smooth up this lower parts here. So you'll notice that it will spread a lot further, yeah. And you see the difference of how smoother it goes on the wall, yeah. So it's going to take a lot of the minor imperfections out. So that's why I say to people, don't spend too much time on the first coat trying to get it perfect. The second coat is to get it smooth.
I'm not going to get it smooth like you.
You will.
It's difficult.
You will. You'll get it.
You make it look so easy.
But also, as I said, you don't get it smooth in the first go. You've got to flatten it. So we'll move quicker this time. So you'll get times to flatten it. Every time you flatten it, it's going to get smoother. Every time you go over it and you do it for 10 minutes and you do it again for 5 minutes, all the lines are going to come out. Okay. So it's the flattening process that gets it smooth.
Okay.
Not that is the application, just applying it, and then we flatten it. Okay, so the flattening will, you have more time to do that, you know. So, I mean, I'm able to put it on a lot smoother than you, but it just helps if you can get it on smooth. It just means when you come to flatten it, it's just easier to and quicker to flatten it. But don't worry too much about it looking perfect. Yeah.
Really?
Because even now, if you look up and putting it on, you can see all this is all these lines and stuff. I don't worry about that stuff. When we come out flatten it, it's gonna come off. Yeah. And because it's softer, it's gonna go on smoother. You're gonna feel it, you're gonna notice it's gonna go on smoother than the first one that we did. Yeah?
Yeah, this looks good.
Okay, let's move on down a little bit. But this one is easier to make more of a mess. The softer it is, the harder it is to sort of apply it without sort of splashing it everywhere, you know? Don't worry. You're gonna do the next bit. You do the higher bit, I'll do this lower bit. Mainly because it's going off. Very
I'm getting better at this. It's getting thicker.
Is it getting thicker?
That means flying.
What is? What the plaster I'm putting in?
The one in the bucket. Isn't it?
It's still a bit soft. Still a bit soft. Don't worry, you just don't put too much, and that's all.
No, I won't put too much. Like you put in a lot.
That way. That way. Starting to firm up already. Okay. So by the time you've done your bit up the top, and I come and thing this, it'll be right. Right, come, your turn now. Go up and
As
then
far as I can.
yeah. So you start in. See where mine stopped? You can start a little bit into my one.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. You ready? Okay. So this is your half now. So you can see you've done the best one, isn't it? So you can take all of that, bring your trowel back, right back, there you go, right back, that's it. That's it, it's ready out, take your time. Yeah, try and go a little bit more up, a bit more vertical. And when you reach as far as you can't reach, then you can turn it. Keep going, that's it. There you go. Cool. So just keep moving. We're going to move quick, and then we'll come back and touch over those bits. Yeah? Don't spend too long on it. That's it. Gently. Yeah, feel the pressure. That's it. There you go. Nice and even. Now bring that, clean that onto there, and use that again.
Do I need to fill the gaps like I did, or just keep going?
Just keep going. You can go over that bit there. Try and smooth it out. Yeah, there you go. That's better. Lovely. That's it. Come down a bit. Should have started down a bit. I missed that bit. Yeah. Down. That's it. And bring it now. Smooth it. That's it. That's it. And just go over that again. That's it. Bring your trowel, go over that, bring your trowel a bit more, a bit firmer, a little bit flatter and a bit firmer, there you go. That's it, yeah? Okay. If you put it flatter, you can push it a bit firmer.
Oh.
If you put the angle too much and you press it up and then you're gonna scrape it. But when you wanna do it, you wanna bring it about there, yeah, and push it. Push it there, that's it. Come back again. Like that, that's it. There you go. Okay. You want to move over? You want to move over, innit? Okay then.
How's that?
That's it. Over it again. It's better.
Do I need to smooth this out?
Right, what I'm going to do now, if you come down, I'm going to pull this over. I'm going to show you some techniques with the shower. So what I want you to do now, when you go up, when you go up with it, like this, right? Just before when you get to the top, I want you to flick your trowel that way, same angle, and I want you to come down. Yeah?
Okay, okay.
So you're going to go up, and then you're going to flick and come down. Yeah? So you're going to go down, so it's smoothing out, and you're going to go up, and then you're going to go down. And up. So any spots you missed, you're going to pull some plaster down into it.
Okay.
And that way you're going to, I just need to do this bit just before it dries too much on this. So you see how I'm going down and up. I'm going to spread it, and I'm going to keep coming towards my right. And I keep spreading it. Keep coming back. I'm working my way to my right. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So, whoops, oops.
Ah.
You still had too much plaster on it, on the trowel. But go on, go again. Get all that plaster onto the wall. That's it. Now come down. Yeah. But keep, when you're coming down and up, keep the angle low. Because if you keep it too up, you're going to pull the plaster off, which is what you did, and that's what it all slipped off. So you want to keep it lower, you know? But apply more pressure. So, about there. But we need to get more plaster. See all up that area? We need to get some more plaster on it first. You need to have something to work with to move around.
Okay.
Yeah, so you need to have some more plaster on it. So start from, go back there and do that bit up. Go right up. Right up there. That's it. There. Yeah. And keep, there you go. But don't take too much off.
Did I?
Yeah. When you count, let me show you. When he was coming down like this, he was fine, but then you got to the end, he went like that.
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean? So you want to keep it flat, and then you just want to turn your trowel back that way. And then you want to keep it flat, and you just want to turn it that way. You see? And then just turn it. Yeah?
Okay.
There you go. That's it. And don't worry about the rest. The rest we'll get out when we do the first flattening. Yeah, you want to keep it very flat. Because if you don't keep it flat, you're gonna scrape it off.
Okay. Start from here?
Yeah, that's fine. You want to bring it right up, straight up. Don't miss the bits to the left. Yeah, that's it. Then go back up again. Go into the bits where you get there's a hole there. Push it into those bits. Yeah. And pull it back into those bits. So any excess that you're pulling,
I can't put it in
you're pulling in to those
put
bits.
it into this?
Go on, or you can put some more from there if you've got some.
Can I do it?
Keep it there. Yeah, okay. And then now you can start smoothing it like you were doing before. Yeah, you just have to pull it a bit. As you put it hard, you just have to pull it harder. You're scared to hold it, that's it. Press it. Put some pressure on it. Keep it flat, but put more pressure. You see? You have to put the pressure on it to move the plaster. If you don't do it hard enough, it's not going to move. You see? So that's all that is there again. Pushing it into it. Yeah? Get the excess off and push it in. And then pull back. Yeah? That's it. Right, so you can do that bit, and I'll do the top little edge. And then we're ready to start flattening. You can come down and flatten the bottom. keep it flat. Yeah. Press. If you see in the little holes, it means you need to
Press
go over
more.
it again. Press more, yeah. That's it. That's it. Come down. There you go.
I'm getting holes.
That's fine. You'll flatten it out in a bit when you go to flatten. That's fine. That's fine. You just gotta press harder.
Am I not? Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect.
There you go. Okay.
What do I need more?
Let me do the end there for
Okay,
you
fine.
real quick and the edges. So you load me up and I'll do the edges and then we can start flattening. Yeah. As you start flattening, you're going to see a lot of these because as you start flattening, remember the plaster is going to start getting firmer and firmer. So you're going to be able to press it harder, and when you press it harder, is where it's going to fill in all these gaps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be able to press it harder without you pulling it off.
Oh, I see. Yes,
Yeah.
I see.
But now, if we're trying it to, it's a bit more difficult. Sometimes if you're trying to flatten it too early before the plaster starts set enough, it's too soft. So you want it to be a little bit firmer, and it'll be easier, you know. So if you find like it's not really doing much, you just leave it for a little bit longer, and then come back and flatten it again. It's all about timing with the plaster. You know, working with its timing, which is what you'll get you'll get the feel for the plaster. You'll say, oh, this is still too soft, you know. I'm gonna leave it for another 10 minutes or something, and then when you come back again, you say now it's right. You just pass it and it's just gonna be smooth. You see. So this is the first flatten.
Awesome. I can go over it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over it a couple of times. It's really firming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
The sun is hitting us so hard on us today, unfortunately. But you're doing good. Don't worry, just go all the way. Just keep going. Make your way all the way down and come all the way back. As I said, we keep going over it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Just keep going.
Yeah, keep going. And what you're going to do now, we're going to go up from the bottom. Float it upwards. Yeah, how you were doing it when you were applying it. That's it. Or from the edges. But you have to press it hard now. All right, Kim, so how did you do? What do you think?
I think it was great. It took a lot of effort and a lot of body power, but it was fun.
You're gonna need a soak tonight.
I need one, and I need a drink.
So,
I need something.
Do you think, was it as hard or as easy as you thought it would be?
You guys definitely made it look a lot easier than it was. Will I give up my day job? No.
Okay. Well, I think the thing is it's good, like sort of little skill to have, and you can do sort of like small areas, as you say, a little chimney breast or something like that. Obviously, big walls and full ceilings and ribs and stuff is going to be a little bit of a myth. But you know, I think one thing I definitely would say that I was quite impressed in is you getting the plaster off the hook on the trowel. So you never dropped it once, which I was quite surprised about. Because that's where a lot of people fail straight away. Like you got it straight away, it was just straight on there. You got it neat on, and even when he was applying it, it wasn't all over. I mean, there's barely anything on the floor, which I have to give you a clap for that. You know what I mean? But yeah, you did well, and yeah, so it came out really nice actually. Yeah, really really nice. So yeah, you just got to paint it now. When you paint it, then I'll have a look at it.
It will look perfect.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right then. That's it. So the guys, there's a little tutorial. I'm sure Kim enjoyed herself. So.
Very much so.
And yeah, we're gonna do some more videos like this. Actually, I've had so many people have asked me about this, so look out for more videos like this. And hopefully, you guys have learned something as well. And give it a try. You know what I'm saying? You can only fail, but give it a try if you're into DIY and so on. Well, guys, any questions as well? Please let us know in the comment section. Also, like and subscribe for more videos. We'll see you on next one. Take care. Thanks for watching.